I know exactly who needs to hear this. You know how people be like, I don't know who needs to hear this. Here's your sign. I be knowing. So, for those that need to hear this, just know it's not you. And what do I mean by that? If you have made the decision to do better, to do right by you, your finances, career, health, and you start getting pushback and resistance and backlash and hate and everything else that comes with it, it ain't you. I'm talking about the good stuff. I don't mean the bad stuff and the craziness that's going on. And two reasons is look around. Look around at what's going on in the world, man. There's catastrophic events. There's you know, different things are in store because of, what happened after the election. Uh, just in general, man. I personally got to make sure that I stay clear of mind, sharp, resilient, flexible. I got to keep learning. I got to keep my health in check because it's getting tough out there. And going back to health, man, personal opinion, personal unpopular opinion, health will never go out of style. It won't. When all the trends come and go, what's popular, what's not, man, everything that's hitting, being in shape, trying to have a fit body. And I'm not talking about being all ripped up and veins. I just mean naturally just being in good shape. It will never go out of style. It has been at the top of the list of New Year's resolutions since I can't even remember when. So it ain't you. And just pay attention, man. Pay attention to how people will react when you get your situation down, when you figure your stuff out, man. I've been experiencing it for years, dude. And it'll come in a form to where you'll be labeled, right? The support and you'll be considered an inspiration at first, but when you do it for at a long enough clip, that's when you'll see how people really feel about you. Because honestly, when it comes to like especially health, getting in shape, it is one of the toughest things ever. And if you get that down and somebody else don't, and they don't want to take any type of accountability or be responsible for their behavior, somehow you have something they don't. They start laying all these advantages on you and why you were able to do this and they weren't. And y'all probably got the same lifestyle. Your situation might be worse. But instead of looking in that mirror, it is easy to be a hater. It is easy because all you do is you take your negative emotions and your insecurities and you you throw it at somebody. So nah, it ain't you. And then you get labeled obsessed. You're doing too much. You're showing off, man. You crazy, man. And then right behind that, they'll tell you what they're not doing, what they not wanting to do. I'm not doing all that. And I think the main reason is they try to mask it and they slide in that old balance on you. And by balance, it means those things that you worked your behind off in order to establish that discipline, right? Those things that you removed yourself from, you no longer tolerate it. They still do. And in order to feel comfortable around you, they want you to tolerate it as well. So they think they can throw in those little, those little comments, those little labels. Every birthday and Christmas, I'll have somebody I ain't spoke to in so long come and say, hey, man, take the day off from the gym, man. Enjoy some such and such. No, you can. So just know, it ain't you, man. Even on social media, YouTube, even the news, I started realizing the more stuff that I look at and the people that I would accept into my life and, that I'll allow them to access me, like through text or whatever, man, that stuff can have an impact on you physically, even though it's mentally, emotionally. It's certain things I can't even watch on TV now because I'll store it up here and then I'll try to process it. I'll get into the workout, but next, I start feeling it physically. So if you have decided to make that change and you sticking to it, man, sometimes you got to love people from afar. Y'all got to be cool from a distance because you got to know it ain't you when you're sticking to what's right for you, especially if you got a family, especially if you got kids. These kids watch. I don't know if y'all know that, man. They emulate everything you're doing. I can't be one of them parents that say, I'm telling my son to do certain things, but he's watching me do something totally different because that's not ideal. So when you decide to get up and you figure your stuff out, and maybe I'm naive enough to believe that most people can. When you get that down, just know it ain't you. you'll start seeing the degrees of separation. Man, I got a handful of people that I talk to frequently. And then there's the cats, man, the one-offs to we'll be cool and then we ain't cool again because somehow I'm the problem for wanting best for me and telling people what they need to hear versus what they want to hear. Just know it ain't you.